Do I stand next to you?
You're ready.
Good morning.
All right, we're gonna go on the record with number 2, 3, 5, and 7 on the calendar, matter of Miles, Parkman, Van Lyke. Council appearances.
Assistant County Attorney Carrie L. Herron on behalf of Child Protective Services.
Kim Nohilly, Legal Aid Society of Suffolk County for Mr. Miles. Good morning.
For the respondent, Ms. Sparkman, Dan D. Pasquale, 140 Fell Court, Suite 305, Pompon. Good morning.
For the child, Thomas W. McNally. Good morning, Your Honor.
For the indicted custodian, Alexandra Hennessy. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, everyone.
Folks, if you could just raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, ma'am, if you could just state your name
Rochelle Van Slyke,
and your address.
84 Alkalate Drive East, Shirley, New York, 11967.
Thank you, sir, your name
Jason Miles,
and your address.
44 West Lane, Gorham, New York.
Thank you. And Ms. Sparkman, if you could state your name and your address.
Nakia Sparkman, 301 West Murray Avenue, Durham, North Carolina,
Thank you.
27704.
301 West, what was that?
301 West Murray.
West Murray.
On West, R-R-A-Y.
Yeah.
Okay,
301.
you're just breaking up a little bit.
Sorry.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience. We're having some paperwork issues earlier today. We have, in addition to the neglect proceedings that are on, 2 custody petitions have been filed. I'm just gonna go around the room very quickly to get the attorneys, if they've accepted service of those petitions. It's filed by your client, Ms. Hennessy. So, Ms. Nohilly, are you accepting service of those documents?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Di Pasquale?
Yes.
Mr. McNally?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And of course, those were on notice of the county, so you're aware of them as well.
Yes,
Is
Your
that
Honor.
correct? All right, so in terms of the neglect petitions, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This matter is on for permanency today. However, we did extensively conference, counsel and I believe we have a resolution. It's my understanding that both respondents intend to withdraw their previously entered denial and enter an admission today to the neglect of their child, Jereziah, for their misuse of illegal substances that placed the child at imminent risk of mental, emotional, or physical harm.
Okay, and then I just want to be clear on the record as to what's to proceed. But following those admissions, then there will be V-docket, discussion about the V-docket custody, and once the V-docket custody is resolved, then it is the county's intention that the dispo will be that V-docket custody in the end will be concluded.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Are there any, is that your understanding, Mr. Haley?
Yes.
Mr. Di Pasquale?
Yes.
Any objection to the process, Mr. McNally?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So let's start with the admissions and we will proceed. Okay. Mr. Miles, I understand from your return from the county that you wish to make an admission today. Is that correct?
Yes.
And do you understand that by making an admission today, that you have the right to remain silent, and by making that admission, you're giving up that right?
Yes.
Do you also understand that the county would have the obligation to prove its allegations against you, that during that process, that they would have the requirements of presenting witnesses and submitting evidence, and that by making this admission, you are giving up the right to hear from them and having them do that?
Yes.
And do you understand that you would also have the right to contest whatever witnesses that they bring, to cross-examine those witnesses, to present your own evidence if that's what you would like to do? Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you understand by making this admission today that it has the same legal effect as if all of that would have happened and the county had in fact proved proven all the necessary facts in their case against you. You understand that?
Yes.
Has anyone, let me ask you, do you have any questions for me or your attorney at this time?
No.
And has anyone threatened you to make the submission today?
No.
Have you had any drugs or alcohol? Are you under the influence of any medication? And do you have any physical or mental conditions that affect your ability to understand what is happening today or make the submission?
No.
I understand that there's been a 1051 form filled out by you? All right. Ms. Nohili, have you had the opportunity to go through this 1051 form with the client?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Miles, in filling out this form and talking to your attorney, did your attorney explain every single 4 numbered paragraphs and did your attorney explain all of those paragraphs to you?
Yes.
And were you able to ask any questions if you had any with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you fully understand what your attorney was telling you?
Yes.
And it looks like here on this form, it has the name printed at the bottom. It says Jashara Miles, and it has a signature. Is that your signature?
Yes.
Okay. So you in fact signed the form?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Harrington.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Miles, are you the parent of Jereziah Miles' date of birth, August 14th, 2016?
Yes.
Is it your understanding that on or about March 31st, 2023, you engaged in the sale, possession, or use of illegal drugs while in the presence of the child, placing that child in imminent risk of mental, physical, or emotional harm?
Yes.
And the form that Judge just reviewed with you, did you review those terms within the form with your attorney?
Yes.
Do you understand the terms in those understand the terms in the form?
Yes.
And you signed that form?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. The county is satisfied.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Bergman. The same questions for you. I understand from speaking with the county and also your attorney that you wish to make an admission today. Is that correct?
Turn your mic on, Ms. Sparkman.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And do you understand that you have the right to remain silent, and by making the submission, you are giving up that right?
Yes,
And do you understand that it is up to the county to prove the allegations against you by calling witnesses and submitting evidence, and that you have the chance to contest that evidence, cross-examine those witnesses, and by making this admission, you are giving up this right? You lost everybody.
Oh, my goodness.
What just happened?
All right, try to open up Teams again. Close down, try and. It's okay.
It's like everything.
Actually, I'm gonna get up because I can't see that.
We're supposed to just stay home.
Modern technology. All right, let's see.
I'm not good with technology.
Come on.
Could be the weather. It's pouring out.
Oh, is it?
It's raining outside.
You want us to log off and log back on?
No, we got you. Don't go anywhere.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Go back.
Okay.
Okay.
Please sit the way.
And get thee
I'll
behind
talk
me,
fast.
get
Can
thee
you- can
behind me,
everybody
say-
hear me?
See.
No, we're muted. We're muted.
I'm sorry, yeah, can you unmute us and also take it to the full screen? So it's not-
All day.
Hello, thank you. Can everybody hear us now?
Oh, click on the camera.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and we'll get you the cameras.
I know, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was a little.
Can't hear
There we go.
Kyle.
All right, thanks, George, you got it.
You're not gonna hear
I'm
Kyle.
gonna talk fast because I don't want that to happen again. All right, so, Ms. Bergman, so, do you understand by making this admission that you are giving up those rights for the county to present evidence and for you to be able to contest that evidence?
yeah,
Okay. And do you also understand that by making this admission, it has the same legal effect as if there had been a hearing and county had proven all of the facts necessary. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for the court at this time or for your attorney?
How you feel, baby?
No.
Okay. And you under the influence of drugs or alcohol, or do you have a mental or physical condition that would affect your ability to understand what's happening today?
No.
Okay. Are you being forced to make this admission today?
No.
I have in front of me a 1051 form. Do you have the opportunity to discuss with your attorney all the provisions of this form?
Yes.
And did you understand them? And if you didn't understand anything, have the opportunity to ask your attorney to explain any conditions that you didn't understand?
Yes.
All right, so at the bottom of this form that I have that's been sent to me, it has the name, Nakia Sparkman, written at the bottom, plus the signature on the top. Did you in fact sign this form?
Yes.
And Mr. Di Pasquale, there's a place for attorney for the respondent, but it is not signed. Did you in fact go through this form with your client, and did she have the opportunity to ask you questions with anything that she didn't understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I did digitally sign it. If I haven't submitted the one that is signed, I'll be happy to resubmit a signed copy. I did, in fact, sign it.
Oh, okay. So the copy, you can please resubmit, that's fine, but I certainly accept your word on the record that you went through it with your client and that you signed the form. The one that we have is the photo that you sent us, so it wouldn't have the digital signature on it. It's just the photo of the paper form.
Right.
There are two that I forwarded. So one of them was a photo, and one of them was the digital. But I'll redo it right now and resend it.
Okay, not necessarily. Maybe it's on our end, especially with the technology issues we've been having today.
Okay.
We'll sort it out. Don't worry about it. Okay, I am certainly accepting this 1051 form and the admission. Ms. Herron.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Sparkman.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Sparkman, are you the mother of Jereziah Miles, date of birth August 14th, 2016?
Yeah.
Is it your understanding that on or about May 2nd, you engaged in the sale, possession, use of illegal drugs while in the presence of the children, placing that child at imminent risk of physical, mental, or emotional harm?
Yes.
The 1051 form that was reviewed, that was spoken to you about by the judge, just again, did you review that form with your attorney?
Yeah.
Did you understand all of the terms within that form?
Yes.
And did you sign that form?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. The county is satisfied.
Okay, all right. And in terms of the neglect proceeding, let's just move quickly to the custody matter. Ms. Hennessy. There's a custody petition that's been filed. I understand that there's been an agreement by the parties for an order on consent, and that order being, if you will.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. My client has agreed with the parents to have sole legal and residential custody of the subject child, with the parenting time to the parents, that the parenting time is to be supervised and at the custodian's discretion. Your Honor, the parties have also agreed that my client can relocate with the child to New Jersey. And additionally, it is my understanding that any modification of this agreement, of this order, should be on notice to the law guardian and CPS.
Okay. Ms. Noheli, is that your understanding as well?
Yes.
Your client?
Yes.
And Mr. Di Pasquale, is that your understanding as well for your client?
It is, Judge.
Okay, so the court is going to issue an order on consent that is going to say sole legal and residential custody to the maternal grandmother, the petitioner in this matter, with supervised visitation, that the maternal grandmother can relocate with the child to New Jersey. That modification is going to be on notice to the county, and that supervised visitation at the dates and times as approved by the maternal grandmother.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you each, meaning Mr. Miles and Ms. Sparkman, a series of more questions, and you can both answer at the same time, and then that matter will be resolved. So let me ask you, Mr. Miles and Ms. Sparkman, do you agree to the conditions that we have just discussed, Mr. Miles?
Yes.
Ms. Sparkman?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you to make this custody agreement, Mr. Miles?
No.
Ms. Sparkman?
No.
Again, have you had any drugs or alcohol today that would affect your ability to understand what's happening today or enter into this agreement, Mr. Miles?
No.
Ms. Sparkman?
No.
Are you satisfied with your attorney, Mr. Miles?
Yes.
Ms. Sparkman?
No. Yes.
That's why I was worried, just a second.
He's amazing, sorry.
All right, great. Do you have any questions? Do either of you have any questions for the court at this time?
No.
No.
And Mr. McNally, what is your position regarding this custody matter?
I'm in agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. This matter is concluded. The court is going to issue the custody order on consent as discussed. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, just for the record, the order of protection, as well as have permanency to be marked achieved.
Okay, permanency will be marked achieved.
Rochelle, I will review the orders with you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you, Judge. Best of luck to the parties.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Are you going down to North Carolina now?
I don't know. I kind of put that on hold for now because I want to, get everything right, have some money and stuff before I go.
Yeah.
So,
We just have plans, all of us
but-
just have plans to just have,
Yeah,
plans.
ultimately-
we need to get off of Long Island. You
Yeah,
cannot live
yeah,
on
yeah.
Long Island.
Right.
I don't know how anybody can live on Long Island. I've been trying to find adequate housing because Jereziah was just, brought to me. So my house wasn't big enough, adequate enough for him. If you don't have a credit score of a millionaire and money in the, thousands of dollars, you can't get housing. So I have a daughter who lives in Jersey and she's willing to set us all straight, and we all want to go there and set foundations up. And we're doing this all for Jereziah, so he have his own room, better counseling, better schooling, better everything. Suffolk County is not it. The only thing
I would go to that.
on Suffolk County is
Everything's
a
good, though.
shopping.
Thank you so
But
much.
I have to wait here for Hennessy because she has to bring me out some
all right.
stuff.